Whoa, swooble schweeble. We just hit the 62, which takes you out to 29 Palms. You remember these on the way in, right? And so I'm about, 10, 20 minutes from Indio, where my shoes are. The shoes, which I have not had for the last 3 weeks, we're about to pick up. But just, that wasn't what this is going to be about. However, we may get to the exit, and if you're wondering why we're stopping, that'll be why. Just now, just before these large wind turbines started to appear, is where the signal cut out for FM radio 90.7 FM, which is, again, the station where I used to work, but it's also the largest independent signal in the country, So the reach is way out here to the desert. I mean, hour and a half away from Los Angeles. I'm in Palm Springs right now. And the signal just cut out, like seconds ago. I was listening to John Schneider in Global Village. And I love the feeling that ring, that giant ring that is the signal area is my place. That I spoke to those people all the time, every day, often. News and reporting, and they were my listeners, and I cared about them, and they cared about me, and they were incredibly cool and generous to me, my listeners, when I lived here and worked here. So every time I leave town, I leave the station on until it's gone. And often it'll just be still. I'll be sitting here in the car driving alone, and it'll just be at the base of for like 20 minutes, because that threaded tiny bit of airwaves that's coming so far from that station to me is a thin thread of connectivity. And I love that. I love that idea and the feeling of it. And then the minute it's gone, I feel, okay, now I'm no longer in LA, I'm no longer in my area or in this place. And so I just wrote to Maggie, and I go, hey man, signal just dropped out. And she wrote back, like super fast, she wrote back, just turn on your app. And I was like, oh yeah, so I guess I could download the app and, and then put on the app, and I could continue to listen to the show. That was her point. And I just realized I'm not going to do that. Look, Desert Hot Springs, Palm Springs. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to do that. I'm not, digitally I could be listening to it anywhere in the world, but the feeling like I've had of listening to KBFK during the last few days, which is just because I'm in town, that's why I'm listening to it, is a tribal feeling. And that's what I think FM radio from the very beginning. I love radio. I love producing it. I love being on it. I love doing it. I love creating that tribe of people. Because your individual listener somewhere is out there, and I think of her or him when I'm speaking on the radio. And that tribalness, tribality? Is that I don't know if that's a word. But that tribalness, that feeling of a tribe, is to me something very unique to radio. Well, I've gone on and on, but John Schneider, incredible show. Really enjoyed it very much. Global Village, great program. Music from around the world and around the block. MTK the Talktopus. What the hell's happening here? I'm gonna end up dying on the road.